We're at the 2022 IFBB Pro Dallas Championships, but this is Pro Wheelchair, and I'm with Chad McCrary. So, how's it feel competing back in Dallas?
I was glad to come back to the Europa because I'm from Texas, so it's kind of in my backyard, so to speak. So I was looking forward to that, and I knew it was going to be a good lineup. So, you know, I was anticipating it, and it was great. Betty and Ed always put on a good show, always. Stage is tremendous, all the staff, Pro-Tan, Nick Scott for doing everything that he does, which is, he's gotten us so far. I mean, it's just been amazing what this guy's accomplished for us. Well, and we all deeply appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate it, but I do it for you guys, because now, you know, you looked amazing, because now you may just have enough points to be qualified for the Olympia. So
I would hope so.
Exactly. So now, since you got enough points to get in the Olympia, are you going to compete?
Absolutely, 100%.
Because when you see on stage, you got amazing conditions. So what do you do for conditioning?
A lot of times I just pull my carbs back, and I do cardio. You know, mostly it's just diet. I just dial my carbs back and keep my proteins high, and that's how I'm able to usually get so dialed in. The size game doesn't really work for me, but I can always come in super shredded, you know. And some judges like that, but some of them like the size. It just depends on what the judges are looking for.
Yeah, because it's going to be a crazy matchup, because Chad's look and vibe is much different from the other guys. So right now there's 9 guys qualified for the Olympia, and Chad makes 10 because he got enough points, because there's only one more Olympia qualifier left, and he's in the leading with points. So he doesn't have to compete. He needs to get ready for the Olympia. But a lot of people see in a wheelchair. So what's your story? Why are you in a wheelchair?
Well, for those that don't know, I decided I actually did my first show in 2003 in the able body, and I finished 9th out of 18. And I knew right then and there, I was like, you know, my enthusiasm is way higher than my genetic potential, but I kept training. So I got into riding motocross. I always wanted to ride it. Long story short, I got me a YZ250. I've been hitting some 50-foot, 60-foot doubles, and we were in Plain Dillon that particular day. And I was wanting to jump this triple. It's like, so you have the mound you leave from, the middle mound, and then the landing. So when I left the face of the initial mound, I saw the second one going under me, and when I looked up, I could tell by my trajectory I was going to be short. So what I did is I landed on the frame, and when it came down, it just snapped my spine. The doctor said if I hadn't had the amount of muscular I had in my back that I did, it probably would have ripped me in half.
So, you didn't make it.
No, I didn't make it.
You didn't make it.
Hey,
so the motor, it snapped. Do you remember it snapping, and then do you remember the impact?
Of course I do. One of the strangest things that happened, when it hit, I heard it snap, and I saw this bright flash of light go before my eyes, like a camera smack. I don't know what that was all about, but I still had enough energy going. It threw me about another 10, 15 feet face down, and I slid to a stop face down like that. And I had my helmet on, so I was like looking in the dirt.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is it, you know, I'm checking out.
Right. So as you're in the air 120 feet, you're making it. Then all of a sudden you think you can make it, but then you don't. You know you're going to crash.
I was like, this is going to suck.
So you just thought this is going to suck? And then you prepared yourself for the impact?
Well, when I was in mid-flight, I thought I can either jump off and surely break both legs, or I can see if the suspension will help.
Okay.
But the suspension, it landed right on the frame where the motor is, so the suspension didn't do shit.
So, didn't really work out for him.
Needless to say.
Yeah. So life happens. So
life happens.
It gave you a spinal burst, so your spine bursted, or what happened?
Burst into the surgeon said she removed 142 pieces of the T12 vertebrae. She tore the spinal cord 96% in two. So I only had 4% to work with.
Hey, look at the positive. It's 4%, right?
4%.
Well, you heard for Chad, he's, you know, so you think about going back to doing some motocross, get some trainer wheels and do it?
No, man. I'm friends with a guy on Facebook that broke his back riding motocross, and he had his bike set up so he could keep riding. It just took the wind out of my sails, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And I'd rather do this anyway than motocross. They say you can be good at a lot of things, but you can only be great at one. So I'm choosing this one.
At least if you jump again, at least your back's already broken, right?
Yeah, the doctor said if you break your back, it won't never be in that same spot.
Hey man, look at the positive. So what words of encouragement would you give the people, Chad?
Well, I mean, even if you're not into bodybuilding and you're watching this video, I think it's imperative that no matter what you're going through in life, we can't really always change that, but what we can change is how we see things and how we react to things. And I know you and I are on the same music there with that. Nick does a lot of speaking. I do a little bit. But that's my message to everybody overall. It's not necessarily, hey, be a bodybuilder. It's a platform for me that I never gave up on my dream.
Yeah.
And if you have a dream, don't give up. Failure is part of the process.
Yeah.
You have to fail at some point. People that never have failed, they never tried.
Just like your motocross accident, he failed that.
I failed that.
But you keep going right? Chad, congrats and welcome to the Olympia.
Thank you.